What's up, studs? Ryan here, or MandRproductions, with what you would think would be a super exciting video. We have leaks of 2021 Star Wars set pictures. Not so fast. Well, maybe one of them is real, but I don't think either of them are real. It just seems too good to be true. And with my keen eye, I was able to spot some very, very obvious tells on at least one of these images. Now, one of them is actually a pretty sound image, and I actually don't want to show it. And that is an image we have of what is supposedly the 75300 TIE Fighter set. It's going to be $40 with 3 minifigures. I don't want to show that one, but I will talk about it here first. It is a picture. It has the white Lego Star Wars banner on the top. It's just like a white box, maybe with a slight gray hue to it. It has the little set number on the left side of the box, just like any other set box, has the correct number. And then it has the TIE Fighter in the center there, which looks a lot like the one from 2018, but downscaled considerably. Like, the wings are much smaller. The cockpit looks to be about the same size, maybe just a little bit compressed, but the window piece is the same, so you have to kind of work within that parameter still if you're the designers, assuming this is real. And then it does have the watermark, the proper Lego confidential preliminary image, rectangular, at a slight angle watermark. It has that. So that one, there is, to me, a chance that is legitimate. Now, I feel so confident that this second image is illegitimate that I'm actually going to show it to you. So this is supposedly the Imperial Shuttle Set with whatever, 589 pieces, $70 that's coming out in March or February. Like, the sets for early next year apparently aren't coming out in January. That's a whole nother thing I'll get to in a future video. But the release dates are a bit shaky right now. Let's just leave it at that. But my point to this is that this Imperial Shuttle, I don't believe to be real at all whatsoever, and basically everything about this image is so wrong. There's not one thing about this picture that makes me think it's real. Let's start out with the text on the screen. It says confidential. It doesn't have a preliminary, do not share, rectangle like all of the other Lego confidential pictures use. Somebody just watermarked confidential over it. And that's all well and good. That could be the case here, but I don't think so. Lego doesn't do that. They are pretty on the up and up with having everything uniform like that, and I highly doubt something like this would be getting out if it even existed in the first place. Second thing here, the Imperial Shuttle. Looks like a good build, sure. Fair thing to say. But I think the cockpit looks like it uses plain black pieces, and we can say this is a preliminary image, things would be subject to change, but you would think something like that would be kind of like you'd have the cockpit piece there and you would be able to see through it. I know it's a really blurry image, but it doesn't look like that's the case. That would be a big tell to me that this is just a fan-designed mock. And another thing that makes me think it's a fan-designed mock is that it looks rendered. The TIE Fighter doesn't look so rendered. The TIE Fighter looks like it's a real physical build, which most Lego pictures are of the real physical thing. Now, there are cases where they do render the build, but a lot of what you see on Lego packaging will often be the physical build, and you can tell. You can tell. And in this case, that Imperial Shuttle certainly looks rendered. It looks like it's done with one of the standard apps because it has a look. You know what I'm talking about? And it's kind of a soft look to it. I don't know how else to explain it. And then it also has kind of the shadow below it. It's got that same shadow that you would see, which I think is a pretty big tell there. And on top of that, in the white background, you can see there's a white background to it. It looks like someone took their finger on a phone app and tried to, like, white it out. But they only did, like, part of it, and you can see, like, the outline of where they hadn't quite got up to, where you can still see some gray behind there for whatever reason, because they made it in that app that has kind of the grayish hue for the backdrop of the build like that. So you can see that, which is, to me, a huge tell. Cutting in here, I forgot to mention this. You can see where the minifigures were photoshopped in. Like, you can see kind of the outline of where it's clearly cut out. That is very abnormal, even for leaked images like this. And then the other biggest thing to this is that the rest of, like, the image with the vehicle and the text is the proper orientation, right? Confidential is not backwards. You can read it perfectly. If you notice, just oh so slightly in the top right corner and the bottom left. The bottom left, I guess the figures could be facing that way, but to me it does look like they've been flipped. But I think the biggest tell is on the top right of the box where you see the Lego Star Wars logo. The Lego logo shouldn't be on the right side of the Star Wars logo. It should be on the other side. And that, to me, is the reason this is fake. The Lego logo on every Star Wars box is on the top left, unless it's an 18+ set. Things different in that. But with these standard sets, right, you're not going to see Lego Star Wars. You can see that's the W on the bottom. So you can tell that for whatever reason, they went to some decent lengths to try and make a pretty good fake. And then they left the image with the box reversed on the top right, and it's just a clear giveaway. So, in my opinion, at least one of these is 100% fake, and I don't quite believe that the TIE Fighter is real, although I'm not willing to show it because there's a chance to me. So who knows when we'll see real images of these things. It's still a few months away from LEGO actually revealing this type of thing. I would not get your hopes up for any time soon, but that's what happened today, and now you know. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Go Celtics.